first time I was interviewed. And Eric from the 9 on Channel 13, every time he has to mention that really your last name is Chambers. And I got that in my very first interview from a gal out of Cleveland too. Seriously, Wendy, your last name is Chambers and you work for the Chamber of Commerce. So it was destined to happen. I am Wendy Chambers, and I have been in the tourism industry for almost 25 years. I started out in Bowling Green, Ohio as their Convention and Visitors Bureau Executive Director. And after COVID, things got rearranged and changed there, and Larry Fletcher picked up the phone and called me and said, Wendy, do I have the job for you? So I didn't hesitate, didn't look back, and it's my 5th summer already. Peter was saying it has been about 5 years ago since Peter was our director here. Very big shoes to fill. He's a wonderful resource for me to continue to learn about the island, and especially the historical piece of the island. The Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau is a bit of a different model. We are the promotional arm of the island, so our focus is our season of 6 months that we want to bring visitors to the island. We do work year-round. I am a full-time year-round employee. Patty Selesky is here. She's also a full-time employee with us. She's our event and member coordinator. And I do have a board member here too, Dave Schaefer. Is Dave still here? He just stepped out. Dave is on our board as well. We have a board of about 7 people. Oh, here's Dave. Wave to everyone, Dave. We do have a board of about 7 people, and a very hands-on board president in Brian Coltice. And we've been able to do a lot of special projects since I've been here through grant funding through Shores and Islands of Ohio and also the Ottawa County Community Foundation. We're pretty fortunate to have Shores and Islands as another promotional arm for Put-in-Bay. We are membership based, where Shores and Islands does receive the hotel motel tax. They receive that for Ottawa County. I do sit on the Ottawa County Convention and Visitors Bureau board, so I'm able to have input as to what their funding is spent for and how all their processes work. I also am a non-voting trustee on the Ottawa County Improvement Corporation, which is another wonderful group to work with. A lot of important information that we can get from them as well. A lot of times people want statistics and information on how many visitors, sales taxes, and all the different things that are out there. And Shores and Islands is now working with Placer AI, which can get you some information on your visitors through cell phone. So through the cell phone, they're able to gather that information when people come to the island to visit for a certain event, and we will be working with them on getting some of that information that we'll be able to share at some point. There are other informational things that we can also get through Shores and Islands and the Improvement Corporation. We are the promotional arm for the island, and that is our #1 task, is to make sure that we are getting the branding out there. The new branding was established back in '21, an everyday island getaway. You will see that on the cover of our brochure. This is our 5th year for that. And we are bringing and targeting visitors to come during the week, empty nesters and families. The word is getting out there, and you would be surprised at how many people are coming from all over the United States of America, and even had someone from Australia this summer. So a lot of them are hubbing and spoking. They're coming to the United States, or they're coming to Ohio, and not just visiting Put-in-Bay, but visiting a lot of different areas. And that's a lot of your empty nesters for sure. The families are coming during the week because I know it's a good downtime, it's a bit quieter. They can get their lodging or camping. We're very, very fortunate to have South Bass Island State Park and have a campground as nice as we do. Of course, the Put-in-Bay sign is out there, which is one of our big attractions now, in addition to everything else that we have. Having a national park and 2 state parks is pretty darn cool on 4 miles of an island. That's one of the things people will say, tell me something I don't know about Put-in-Bay, and that's always my go-to is, well, did you know? We have a national park and Perry's Monument, and then our 2 state parks. So very fortunate that we have those. A lot of times people just want to know, what's it like to come to Put-in-Bay? What's it like to be on an island? And I always say, the water's always bluer at Put-in-Bay. It's another one of my go-tos. But very much enjoy my job. I think we're doing a good job getting that word out there to the visitors, and we'll continue to do that. A lot of new irons in the fire as how we want to approach things in the future. We're always open to suggestion. We do have 2 membership meetings a year. One is in the spring, which we call our spring launch meeting, and then we always have a fall member wrap-up meeting as well. And please come and please give us your input. It's for members, but if you want to come and see what we're all about and what we're doing, you're certainly invited to join us. We do get that out to the community as well. I did want to talk about one other thing today. And Dave Barth from the Ottawa County America 250 committee wanted to be here today, but he just had his knee done. Didn't think he could tackle the boat today, so I told him I would pitch hit for him. But there is 2 different things going on right now for Put-in-Bay with the Ottawa County America 250 celebration of our freedom. There is one at the state level. The Ohio Creativity Trail was established last year. Some of their focuses was more on space, astronauts, all of that kind of thing. And then this year, they've jumped in with the Creativity Trail, which we were very honored to have Kim's Carousel a part of that. So they are on the Carousel Trail, which there's a lot of carousels in Sandusky, and then they're also honoring ours as well with our carousel. So that was exciting. The next phase is going to be launched in the fall, and it's a water and lake trail. And I am honored to say that we had 3 locations picked. Of course, Perry's Monument, International Peace Memorial for the history of Oliver Hazard Perry and the Battle of the Great Lakes. We also had South Bass Island State Park picked for the history of the Victory Hotel. That history in itself takes us back to the big steamboats and people coming over by the thousands to that hotel. And so that has been picked up. And then lastly, the lighthouse. So the South Bass Island Lighthouse has been picked up as well. So those 3 destinations will be added to the Creativity Trail this year, or the Water Trail this year in the fall. Now, 2026 is when a lot of the big parties will be held. So thus, we're now talking about the Ottawa County piece. The state is encouraging everybody to have a big picnic, and they did pick out 4 locations within the state to hold the big ones that they're going to be sponsoring. But they've encouraged all of our own areas to do so, and there will be one at the Ottawa County Fair next year. On the last day, they'll be having vendors. We'll go out and have a table, and they'll encourage everybody to participate in that picnic. That's just one of many, many things on the docket with the Ottawa County Committee. We are talking about doing something, of course, with the monument. We definitely want to do the historical weekend and add the America 250 to the parade. So we will be looking for volunteers to kind of come up with some ideas and things that we might be able to do on historical weekend in conjunction with Art in the Park. So we think that would be a good time to celebrate America 250. Now, I do happen to know that the Perry Group, Peter mentioned today that I could mention it, will be doing some special celebrations as well. And they've picked the time, because when the declaration was signed is not when it was actually dated to be signed. And so they've picked that date to do something very special. So be on the lookout for what they'll be announcing that they'll be doing for the America 250. One thing early in the summer, in June, all the lighthouses will be doing a Light Keeper series. And we will be a part of that as well. So this America 250 is pretty exciting, and we'll continue to participate and make sure Put-in-Bay is on the map at the state level and also at the county level. So any questions for me about the Bureau, the Chamber, or the America 250?
Is the monument going to be open for the 250?
Well, I think, pretty sure that they're gonna be redoing the, what's that called?
That's great
The
timing.
plaza, yeah. Yeah, so the monument itself probably not be open, which is kind of a bummer, but, it does need to be done and is scheduled to be done, and I guess, I don't know, the Perry Group, if, I think they asked, I don't think it's a possibility, so, unfortunately. Yes?
Is this the weekend is supposed to be Christmas in July where bus groups come to the island? Am I gonna see that by my house today as people drive by?
Well, there hasn't really been a Christmas in July
I
since
know.
2018. We have not publicized it or promoted it or encouraged it. However, we do have some buses coming this weekend. They did not advertise it
Okay,
as
good,
Christmas in July.
good.
We have a couple buses coming out of Detroit, a couple buses coming out of Cleveland. These are all people that have come year after year. And then we have had another bus coming out of Cleveland that I believe was bringing a Catholic church group of ladies. So, varied types of people coming. And so we don't foresee a Christmas in July situation this weekend. We do also have Jeep invasions, so just be prepared that it is gonna be a very, very busy day today. Judy, where's the parade going for Jeep invasion? Is going,
We came up with, they're just coming from Heinemann's up to Concord, the street here, out here, going down this street. They're going up Catawba, down Concord, and out Langram, and then they're going into the field where they're.
okay. We've encouraged people to maybe watch over by the airport or out by
Yeah.
Heinemann's, because people have been asking, and, it's, when you almost have 300 Jeeps, it's kind of
Yeah.
impossible to bring it through the downtown anymore, so I do agree that was a good decision. So any other questions? Okay, well, thank you for having me.
Thank you.